Hello, this is Karen Brazillo from Forever Fit with Karen, and this morning I'm going to share with you how to make protein pancakes. So I will start with sauteing, I guess, is that the right word, for apples. I'm going to put apples and cinnamon in a pan and cook them so they will be used for the pancakes. First thing I do is just put the tiniest bit of, I'm using sunflower oil, you can use cooking spray too, in the pan, not much. Turn that burner on, and then we're going to heat up the apples with just a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. So what I did is I peeled one apple and chopped it up, and I will add a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon to that and cook that for about 3 to 4 minutes, and then you can see how that looks. And meanwhile, I will combine the eggs. So it should be, the recipe actually calls for egg whites. I think I'm going to use the whole eggs in my case, but you can use egg whites. It should be a volume of about 1/2 of a cup. I need to locate my measuring cup. I am not ready with it. Terribly. So here's the measuring cup for that. We're going to do 1/2 a cup of eggs. And measuring them helps because sometimes your eggs are not the same size as what they're really calling for. So like it said, 4 large egg whites, which amounts to really probably just not quite 3 eggs. 3 eggs may be too many, so I think I'll take one of the yolks out of there, and we'll just use 2 whole eggs and 1 white for that. Somewhere. Okay, and that's about roughly 1/2 a cup. Taking out a little bit more than that. Alright, so it turns out I'm just going to leave 1 yolk behind. Don't want to overdo it on the eggs. Perfect. Okay, so we have that. We're going to combine that in a bowl with the almond milk and the applesauce. So it's 1/2 a cup of applesauce and 1/4 cup of almond milk. It should be unsweetened applesauce. And 1/4 cup of almond milk. I'm going to combine that. And set that aside. And I'm going to need to stir those apples. Make sure your liquid mixture is all mixed up good. Okay, stir the apples around. They should only take a couple of minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes. A little bit more time there. Okay, so the next ingredients are the protein powder, oats, coconut flour. And in my case, I don't happen to have coconut flour, so I'm going to use whole wheat flour. If you want it to be completely gluten-free, you can use the vegan Shakeology vanilla and the coconut flour in your for your dry ingredients. You need a large bowl. For that, I think medium bowl. Okay, so here's our bowl, and we're going to add the protein powder. And Shakeology vegan formula is has no dairy in it. Okay, and your rolled oats, which is a 1/4 cup. Your coconut flour. I'm going to turn the apples off. I think I'm done. Back to the flour. Flour, it is 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Half a teaspoon of baking powder. Half a teaspoon of ginger. Ground ginger, that is. And a dash of nutmeg. There we go, a dash of nutmeg. And we're going to blend that up. With a spoon, preferably. Blend those together. Yep, that's all correct. Then we're going to combine the liquid that we put together originally into the dry. Like so. I think the longest part of this is just getting all your ingredients together and out, ready to go. But once you've done that, it's not too difficult. Mix them up. And it looks pretty good. Looks very similar consistency to the standard pancakes you might be used to. So there's that, and it's ready to be cooked. So I will get the pan ready and we'll cook them up and we'll show you how they look. Okay, so I got a larger pan out and I'm putting a very small amount of sunflower oil, but if you have cooking spray, you can use that. Just need a touch of that, just enough to lightly grease that pan so your pancakes won't stick. And as soon as it's ready, it feels pretty hot, we're going to add a 1/4 cup per serving to make each pancake. In here. I'll do 3 at once. It should make 6 pancakes, and 1 serving is 3 pancakes for a breakfast. And then you're going to top it with strawberry. For me, I have strawberries and bananas. You can use other berries, but that is fine. And 1 serving. For 1 serving, you want to use about 1/2 cup of mixed berries and a 1/2 banana will make 1 serving for you. And you can add a little bit of Greek yogurt on top and maple syrup a little bit. So I will show you what that all looks like when it's done. And here are the finished pancakes. So I mentioned the strawberries and bananas, but I did cook up those apples. Now one option that's in the recipe I used was to add those chopped up apples along with the applesauce to the liquid ingredients. But I don't personally care for too much chunky stuff inside my pancakes. So I'd prefer to have the apples on top. So that's what I'm doing. So I just added the apples and some maple syrup. But you can modify with any fruit you choose, and you can put the apples inside the pancakes. So, oh, I need a fork. And here we go. Try them out. They look terrific. And there you go. They actually, I think they taste exactly like the regular pancakes that most of us are used to. So, so you can have pancakes even if you are, it's not vegan, but it is gluten-free, as long as you use coconut flour instead of wheat flour for the small amount of flour that's in there. But it's mostly the oats in the dry ingredients and the coconut flour. So I will share the recipe with you. Give me a comment below the video if you'd like the recipe, and I will certainly share that with you. And thank you. Let me know how it works for you. Have a great day, and thank you again for watching. This is Karen with Forever Fit with Karen.